Well, you have to volley better than that against Chang.
Well, he comes in well behind that backhand. That was a high ball, but perhaps should have volleyed down the line or with greater angle if he was going to go cross-court.
That's a beautiful, that's a lovely drop forehand volley.
Good low return, volleyed well to the forehand, and McEnroe here covering that extremely well and plays perfect shot, drop volley.
So 4-3 to Chang, and the man in your picture there very, very badly needs now. He must break the serve. He'll be running out of game shortly. He's got to break the serve as quickly as he can.
Yes, and at the same time, of course, he's got to play with discretion, and positively. And his shot selection has got to be right. He needs to take the ball early. He's got to get into the net. We can see the first serve percentages fairly equal now. McEnroe's has improved over the last few games, but the points won on the first serve, percentage points won, much higher for Chang, 70% vis-a-vis something like 50%. So Chang definitely far more effective with his serving. He has been, Chang, just a little bit shaky when he's come out to serve. The odd game up. He's obviously fearful of Patrick McEnroe. A bit apprehensive. And he knows he's only got to hold on to his serve to get into the semi-finals. It's 4-3.
I must confess that's a very bad volley for a man of this class who is a very, very fine doubles player. To play the volley as badly as that at this stage is rather hard, I must say. Just out. Actually, one of Chang's best shots, that disguised forehand lob, and in fact his backhand lob too. This is why you really can't take too many chances of rushing in.
sequence and 2015.
Interesting, of course, to see the counter-attack by the baseliner, who was essentially a baseliner, Chang. But a lovely counter-attack against the volleyer, taking the ball so early there.
Excuse me, one please. Thank you.
Ooh.
Third sequence and 40-15.
That one right off the edge of the frame. That's a good service. And I thought Chang was rather surprised at that very fine serve coming back at him so fast.
Superb play here by Patrick McEnroe, really making Chang work at the back of the court. He's taking the ball early, dominating the match from the mid-court area, and finishes it off with a volley into the open space. Really playing very positively now, McEnroe. A really terrific shot by McEnroe. He anticipates the backhand. He has to cover the full width of the court and plays a superb shot.
Sort of play mark that took him to the semi-final of the Australian Championship in January, I should think, when he was beaten by Becker. Lovely play.
Again, McEnroe. 4 by the U-Balls. 4 games all.
Well, an incredible performance there by Patrick McEnroe. He was 40-15 on Chang's serve and 4 terrific points to draw the match 4-all in the second set. Now the question is, can he just maintain this level of play? At the advantage of the new balls. Well, not surprising that he's jumping there. That really was a relatively easy volley. Just a little bit impetuous.
McEnroe must forget that simple volley that he missed there.
his tactics are absolutely
No,
right,
nice.
McEnroe, to get into the net. The volley, though, is not quite deep enough because he's close to the net, and up goes the lob. He's had his nose over the net there, McEnroe. Superb lob. So he's in trouble. Love 30.
Too long.
0-40, love 40.
McEnroe hasn't really had control of his backhand approach. Not really controlled. So 3 break points for a 5-4 lead for Chang.
Spiel, game, Chang. Chang für 5-4.
Couldn't help thinking then, Mark, that Chang taking that ball so early, so unusually early on the return of serve, and then, of course, getting the benefit of the net court. But
Yes.
Lovely surprise move at love 40.
Certainly was, but I think the key point in that game was the first point on McEnroe's serve. It was a tremendous rally. He set the point up well and then just muffed the easy one, and with it his concentration for the rest of the game. And quite clearly he's obviously a player who can play to tremendous heights, but he's just that little bit brittle. And I'm sure he's at this point in time just thinking how close he's got in this match. Of course, he's not out of it. He's managed to break Chang's serve twice.
Time.
I think if Chang does win it, as he looks as though he will now, it will be regarded as a surprise, of course, seeing that McEnroe is seeded number 8, though you and I might not perhaps feel that's where he should have been. Seeded,
Well, of course,
seeded 8.
McEnroe's computer ranking is 36, and that's a reflection of tournaments throughout the entire year, not just the Grand Slams. So Chang now has a chance to get into the semi-finals if he can just hold on to this serve. The score's 5-4.
Remember, he was a semi-finalist last year, beaten by the eventual winner, Sampras. Serving then for the match.
White base.
Yes, winner.
Love
Serve perhaps not forcing McEnroe enough.
by 15.
Chang having to work very hard here, but extremely resourceful with this passing shot which he plays there. Full stretch. It's rather an awkward tumble.
0-15, love 15.
Well, he comes in well behind that backhand. That was a high ball, but perhaps should have volleyed down the line or with greater angle if he was going to go cross court.
by 15.
That's a beauty. That's a lovely drop forehand volley.
Good low return, volleyed well to the
Vice
forehand,
Thompson,
and
30-15.
McEnroe here covering that extremely well and plays perfect shot, drop volley.
Yes. Well, you have to volley better than that against Chang.